So, Marvel finally dropped the trailer for the new Fantastic Four, and all I can say is, here we go again. Another iconic team. Another reboot. And surprise, surprise, another slap in the face for the fans who actually give a damn about the source material. Look, I don't want to jump the gun, but between woke rewrites, bizarre casting choices, a gender-swapped Silver Surfer, and Pedro Pascal being, well, Pedro Pascal, this movie already smells like another studio trying to fix something that wasn't broken. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the one. Or maybe it's just another agenda-driven flop. Either way, let's break it down. Let's talk about why there might be no hope for Fantastic Four. Before we dive in, go ahead and hit that like button if you're just about done with Marvel's nonsense. And smash that subscribe if you're here for real talk and no sugarcoating. Before we get into this new trailer, let's take a second to remember just how cursed the Fantastic Four's live-action history has been. First, there was that weird-as-hell 1990s Roger Corman version. You know, the one literally made just to keep the rights and never meant to be released. Yeah, great start. Then we got the 2005 and 2007 versions, which couldn't decide if they wanted to be edgy superhero blockbusters or light-hearted family sitcoms. Jessica Alba in a blonde wig, Doctor Doom as a tech bro, and don't even get me started on Galactus being a cloud. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Fan4stick happened. The 2015 train wreck that tried to turn Marvel's most hopeful team into a horror movie. Reed Richards as a tortured weirdo. Doom looking like melted aluminum foil. And a plot so bland, even the actors looked confused on set. So yeah, Fantastic Four has never had a truly great movie. And after nearly 2 decades of misfires, fans have been practically begging Marvel to get it right this time. But after seeing this trailer, I gotta ask, this is what we waited for? All right, now let's get into the heart of the problem. The casting. This right here might be where everything starts to fall apart. Let's just start with the big one. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. Look, I'm not gonna lie. On paper, this could have been way worse. Pedro is a solid actor. He's got range, he's got charisma, but he's also just Pedro. Like, when I watch this trailer, I don't see Marvel's smartest man. I see Pedro Pascal in a superhero costume. And honestly, I think that's a problem. Reed Richards is supposed to be this awkward, hyper-intelligent, slightly aloof guy who's laser-focused on science. Pedro just feels way too casual, like he's about to start cracking jokes or adopt another orphaned child halfway through the movie. And let's be real, the overexposure is starting to hit hard. For some reason, this guy is everywhere. You can't escape him. One day, he's in a galaxy far, far away. Next, he's in The Last of Us. Now he's Reed Richards. It's not his fault. But at some point, you start wondering if Hollywood just has a dartboard with his face on it labelled Default Lead Actor. Ha 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 ha! Now on to Sue Storm, Vanessa Kirby. Again, I don't hate this casting. She's a decent actress. But let's not pretend she was the best choice here. Compared to the 2005 version, yeah, this is a downgrade. Say what you will about those older movies, but Jessica Alba at least brought some energy and presence to the role. Kirby just feels serviceable, fine, like she's just there. But here's the bigger issue. Marvel clearly wants to make her the lead, not Reed. Not the team. Sue. And don't get it twisted, I'm not against a strong female lead, but this ain't Sue Storm, a Marvel story. It's Fantastic Four. You know, a team. Everything we're hearing behind the scenes says this is her movie, her story arc, her emotional beats. Reed becomes background noise, and the rest of the team is basically there to support her journey. That's not a team dynamic. That's agenda-driven storytelling. Now let's talk about Johnny Storm. Man, this one hurts. Joseph Quinn, who was fantastic in Stranger Things, just doesn't bring that Johnny Storm energy. Like, at all. Johnny's supposed to be cocky, arrogant, loud, a little reckless. He's the hothead. Literally. The guy who flies into danger, flirts with everything that moves, and causes 80% of the team's drama. But this version feels flat. Feels like they're trying to make him sensitive or emotionally aware instead of fun. It's like Marvel took all the rough edges off the character to make him safer. And in the process, they took away everything that made him memorable. Quick side note on The Thing. Honestly, not bad. He looks decent. CGI's a little off here and there, but compared to Marvel's usual CGI messes lately, this is actually kind of a win. He looks like Kirby's design brought to life, so props for that. Now for the one that's probably going to stir the most heat, the Silver Surfer. Or I guess, the Silver Surferette. So technically, this isn't a gender bend of Norrin Rad. They didn't make him Nina Rad or anything. Instead, they gave us Shalabal, a different character entirely, who once took on the Silver Surfer role in a What If comic. Cool. That's great trivia. But that's not who fans were asking for. It's like if they announced Captain America and gave us Peggy Carter instead. It's still Cap. No. No, it's not. You teased fans with one thing, then delivered something else entirely and expected no one to notice. That's not subverting expectations. That's bait and switch. And the worst part? The CGI on her looks rough. Too human. Too grounded. The Silver Surfer is supposed to feel alien, ethereal, like something that doesn't belong on Earth. Instead, this looks like they chromed up a random actress and said, good enough. It's not good enough. So yeah, the cast? Not giving me hope. This could have been a killer lineup with the right choices. But instead, it feels like a mix of studio-safe bets, trendy name picks, and message-first decisions that don't actually serve the characters. And that's a red flag. Let's be real. Marvel has an agenda, and they're not even hiding it anymore. Every reboot comes with a message wrapped in familiar faces. And now it's the Fantastic Four's turn. Sue's clearly being pushed as the star. Not Reed, not the team, just her. Now Sue's always been key to the group. Smart, powerful, essential. But this isn't balance. This is sidelining Reed, the leader, so she can be the emotional core. The cast said it. We updated the characters for a modern audience. Translation? We sanitized them for social media approval. Instead of telling a good story, Marvel writes around a message. And that's why it never lands. The original Fantastic Four was already progressive. Just tell their story right. No updates needed. This isn't about hating diversity. It's about lazy storytelling. Strong female characters? War so. Just don't drag down the men to lift them up. You want emotional growth? Great! But don't erase personality. You want to be progressive? Fine. Do it through solid writing, not checklists. At the end of the day, the biggest problem with this new Fantastic Four isn't the cast. It's not the suits. It's not even the FX. It's that Marvel is once again trying to push a message louder than they push the story. And when your movie feels more like a TED Talk than a superhero epic, that's when fans check out. That's when you lose the audience. That's when you lose the heart of what made these characters iconic in the first place. This isn't just about bad casting or weak CGI. The real problem is deeper. Marvel's lost the plot. The hype is gone. Since Endgame, it's been flop after flop. Eternals, Quantumania, The Marvels, Secret Invasion. Nobody's excited anymore. Audiences are either bored or burnt out. Fantastic Four isn't just another team. They're the team. Marvel's first family. And instead of honouring decades of legacy, they're chasing trends and hollow updates no one asked for. Even if the movie was great, it's arriving late to a genre that's already on life support. Superhero fatigue is real and competition is fierce. This movie's getting buried. They used to take risks. Now it's all formula, fake stakes, and safe plays. Everything feels like a copy of a copy. No passion, no purpose. Fantastic Four, First Steps, reeks of desperation. But shiny nostalgia can't hide a broken foundation. What fans really want from a Fantastic Four movie isn't complicated. They just want a good, character-driven story that respects the source material. The team dynamic, the sci-fi adventure, the emotional highs and lows. It's all already built into the DNA of the comics. No one's asking for radical reinventions or political agendas. They're asking for balance, heart, and little fun with some real stakes. Reed and Sue as equals, Johnny as the wild card, Ben as the emotional rock. Just give us that. Respect the legacy. Stay true to the characters. And fans will show up. It's not about fixing what isn't broken. It's about finally getting it right. There's still a sliver of hope. But unless Marvel shifts gears fast, this won't be the comeback story fans have been waiting for. I've got plenty more breakdowns, hot takes, and brutally honest reviews coming your way. So hit that subscribe button and bye for now!